Oh, hi. This presentation will show you how to simplify some algebraic fractions. Uh, Now, before we talk about algebraic fractions, we need to recap on how to simplify a simple fraction, right? Now, if I write a fraction down, for example, 20 over 36, I can simplify this fraction by looking at a common factor. Okay, so if I can see that the both are multiple of 4. So how many times 4 goes into 20 is 4 times 5. Okay, and how many times 4 goes into 36? 4 times 9. Now what I can see is 4 is a common factor, so I can cancel 4 down, so my answer is 5 over 9. Right, so that's my answer. So using this information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this example. I've got a question: x plus 2 shared by 2x plus 4. Now x plus 2 has got two terms, but obviously it's a unit factor, right? So what I need to look at is I need to somehow simplify that. Okay, I mean, whenever you try simplifying fractions involving algebra, you need to be very good at factorization. So that part can't be factorized, but this can be, right? So what I do is I'm just carrying on with that. So x plus 2, I will write that down, and I can see that 2 is a common factor. So let's try factorizing it. Take 2 out of the bracket, and that will leave me with x plus 2. Whenever you have a common factor, you have to share all terms by that. So if I divide 2x by 2, I'm left with x. If I divide 4 by 2, I'm left with 2. Now I can see that x plus 2 here and x plus 2 here is a common factor, so I can cancel them out, okay, which leaves me 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom, right? So my answer is half for this question. Look at this example now. This is 5x minus 15, and I've got in denominator I've got x squared plus 2x minus 15. Now I can definitely factorize that. 5 is the common factor, so if I take 5 out, I'm left with x minus 3 because I'm sharing both of them by 5, right? So now that actually is a quadratic expression. So quadratic expression normally gives two factors, so it's going to be a double bracket. Just need to make it a bit longer. Now x and x makes x squared, so x, and that's x squared, so that's made by x and x. Now I've got 15 minus 15. Two factors of 15 which can give you 2. Either a total of 2 or a difference of 2. Now because I've got minus 15, so one of the factors have to be a negative number. Now because I've got plus 2 here, so bigger number has to be a positive number. Now I can very easily spot that 15 has got 5 and 3. Okay, so if I write 5 and 3, now I have to put plus 5 because I've got plus 2 here, okay, and minus 3. Now I can see the x minus 3 is a common factor at the top and bottom, so I will cancel them out, which leaves me with 5 over x plus 5. Now this can't be factorized, this can't be simplified any further. Now if I look at another example, if I put x squared minus 1, that's you probably would have spotted it by now. That's the difference of two squares. And if I write another quadratic expression here, x squared plus 4x plus 3, right, this is a difference of two squares, which is going to give you x plus 1 and x minus 1, right? So Now I got to factorize that. Quadratic expression once again is going to give me two factors. Now obviously x and x makes x squared, and that's 3, so two factors of 3 adding up to 4. Very straightforward, 1 and 3. Okay, and because everything is plus, so both factors are positive, right? Now once again I can see the x plus 1 is a common factor at the top and bottom, so if I cancel them out, I'm left with x minus 1 over x plus 3. So these three or four examples show you how to simplify fractions, right? The skill you require is factorization, okay? Extremely important skill. Now what I can do is I can give you a few questions to try. Okay, I will give you first question, which is 5x plus 5 over x plus 1. I give you another question here, x squared over x squared plus 4x, and I give you another question which is x cubed minus 2x squared over x squared minus 4. You can pause the video, try these questions, and then you can check your work with mine. Right, okay. I can see that 5 is the common factor at the top, so when I take 5 out, I can get 5 and x plus 1, so sharing that by x plus 1, so these two are going to cancel out, so my answer is 5. Okay, now what do I get in this case? There's nothing I can do about if I look at there's nothing I can do about the top number, right? So I'm going to put x squared down as it is, and I can factorize that. X is a common factor, which will leave me with x plus 4. Now this x can be cancelled out with this x squared. X squared has got two factors, x and x, right? So that x goes with that square, so that leaves me with x over x plus 4. I hope you would have got this. Now if I look at the top bit, I've got x squared as a common factor because I've got x cubed and x squared. Now when I share x cubed by x squared, I'm left with x, and 2x squared divided by x squared is 2 over, that can be factorized, that's a difference of two squares, so x plus 2 and x minus 2. You can see that they both are square numbers, x squared and 4, so negative sign between, so when I cross that out with that, I'm left with x squared over x plus 2. That should be your final answer. Okay, thank you for watching.